Hi everyone, welcome to Bec Tarot. So today we'll be doing a prediction reading for what is to come for June 2021 for you. So here we have 4 cards. This is group 1, group 2, group 3 and group 4. Feel free to pause the video and meditate on your cards. Feel which card is really attracted to you. Oh no, I phrased that wrongly. Feel which card is calling you out, or like calling your name that you feel really attracted to, and I will leave the timestamps down below to the group that you've chose. So let's get started. Hi group 1, so this is your reading for what is to come in June 2021. So I have shuffled 3 oracle cards that will determine the overall theme for June. Okay, so first we have the full moon in Sagittarius. Look at the bigger picture. Second, it's full moon, surrender to the divine. Third, fixed moon, hold your vision. Okay, so immediately I can see that a lot of you have been working towards a goal or something. I'm getting like career or even like studies. Education over here is really prominent. So perhaps most of you are students yourself, or perhaps even teachers, but education, yes. You guys were working towards a goal and all that, and I don't know why I'm getting this from the holds your vision, but for June, okay, for summer, for the most of you it's summer, it's gonna be an end of a phase, because we have 2 full moons over here and Sagittarius is really prominent over here. Sagittarius with the arrow over here just means that, you know, you got to aim higher, you got to continue fixate your mind, like continue hold your vision, fixate like what you have in your mind, those type of things, like work towards it still. You may be really ambitious, really hardworking, really goal oriented. That's the word that I'm getting. And I feel that for June it will be end of a phase. Okay, perhaps May or whatever, the early stages of June, of 2021 was not serving you well, and it's gonna be a complete new cycle. Perhaps most of you are like graduating, or perhaps most of you are entering a new work life, or like a new lifestyle, or like a new career, or like they just got enrolled into university, and June is gonna be the day where it starts. It's something new, something completely new, and an end of a phase, an end of a life, like a life cycle for you. So what I'm gonna be doing now is that I'll be shuffling four tarot cards to get an overall theme for the week, okay? Because there's 4 weeks in each month. So do the first week first. After shuffling 1 card to get the overall theme for the first week of June, you'll be accompanied with 5 cards in the Rider-Waite deck. The tarot cards that I'm shuffling to get the overall theme for week 1 is Sarsoribito tarot deck. So the first week we have Queen of Wands. Okay, very interesting. So Queen of Wands, something's telling me that you'll be cutting off connections, cutting off toxicity, cutting off things that are not serving you well. But let's get 5 cards from the Rider-Waite Continental Tarot. Okay, interesting. Okay, so let's just rearrange everything so that you guys can see it. And at the bottom of the deck we have the nine of swords. Sorry, just rearranging this stuff so that you guys can see. Yeah, bottom deck. So okay, I'll just continue. A lot of you for the first week will be cutting off toxicity, bad bad traits that are not serving you, perhaps procrastination for some of you, laziness, constantly binging on Netflix, those sort of things. But I'm seeing more on like family or friends, perhaps a lot of people were not serving you well. And okay, I'm saying that for a lot of you there are people who have been like, in a way, pretending like they are cheering for you. You know, you're like this man sitting on a horse and they're all your friends behind, right? It looks like a celebratory card. It looks like they're all cheering for you, they all have your back, they all support you. But in fact, what I'm getting is that there are people who dislike you, but they don't tell you, they don't show you, and you actually know it. You're just pretending to be ignorant about it. You're just ignoring it because perhaps friendship or whatever. Okay, this could even be like a bad lifestyle, bad habit. It's not serving you well, but you're refusing to acknowledge it since the very beginning because you're afraid to come out of your comfort zone. And for the first week, what I'm saying is that there's definitely will be a lot of conflicts, be it mentally or physically, like a lot of struggling because you don't know whether or not this is going to be, this is like you need to stand firm on your ground. This whole card is just saying that you have to stand firm to your ground. There'll be conflicts, but you have to stand firm to your ground, to your own beliefs, because all along you've already known about this thing existing. Okay, for instance, you have a lot of friends and most of them are backstabbing bitches, and because you associate with them, and perhaps for a while now you've known, or like you've known something already, but you're not really acknowledging it because you're just brushing it off like this lady, like really carefree, just like, oh, you know what, can't be because I've been friends with them since day one. They're just talking to me this way because it's like their attitude, and you're just trying to be nice to them. You're just trying to justify their actions or however they treat you with something, with an excuse. But week one with the Queen of Swords, I'm saying that you will soon come into realization that this is not serving you well and you're going to cut it off, and it's going to cause like this internal turmoil because you realize that, oh shit, like then who is trustable, who is worthy, like I've been binging on Netflix for so long, then what am I going to do now, those type of things. There will like the sense of the illusion will cease, and your judgment is no longer clouded, and now you need to face reality. And now what? So you'll be struggling definitely, and then you just feel like you can't really ask for help. You're just isolated. Nobody likes you. That's what I'm saying. Or you feel like you just don't know what else to do. It's like these two beggars, right? They're just walking in the cold. Like they could have asked for help, but they feel like they don't belong there. This type of thing. You feel like you don't belong. You feel that you've been left out in cold. Now you have to face reality. Now what? You don't know. It's just really confusing for the first week of June, is what I'm saying. And perhaps if this doesn't resonate with you, but you know that there are people not serving you well or things that are not serving you well, then just you guys, because this is future oriented reading, right? And the future is never, it's never how do I say, like set in stone. It's never precedented this way, and energy can always be changed, right? So you can always change this outcome with whatever you are doing right now. Okay, so let me just shift a little bit more. Sorry, it's really small table and the camera is not covering everything. The second month, the tarot card for the theme is 10 of Cups. So definitely I can see that you just feel relief, like 10 of Cups, like emotional relief, like damn, so I got to cut off bad contacts. I've got to cut off these people to actually receive abundance, to receive mental clarity. That's what I'm saying. And okay, so first we have the King of Pentacles, followed by 7 of Cups. Let me just get a few more cards. For your week too. But anyway, so you just feel like there's a mental clarity, and then you will just be like the King of Pentacles because you finally can stand firm to your ground, to your own beliefs, to your own ideas. Like you have to withstand the conflicts in day one, but I don't feel that the conflict is really major or anything like that. There's a lot of cards I have to reshuffle again. So again, please. I don't think it's anything major. It won't cause like a towering moment, like a disruptive episode in your life. It's more of like you come into realization that, because from the very start I feel is that you've already realized that these people or these qualities that you're having is not serving you, right? Oh no, I think I just shuffled it. Okay. After that we have Ace of Swords. And finally on June 1st, the first week of June, you have the courage to cut off all this toxicity, cut off all these contact. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And okay, for the second week, it's just a continuous from the first week. You just finally feel that you're in control, right? But initially, what I'm saying is that initially you'll be so lost, because all along you thought that this is what makes your life to be, you know, like those type of things, like those are your people, and now suddenly all along you were just daydreaming. That's what I'm saying. And you'll be learning how to balance like who is real to you, who is true to you, like what is benefiting you. Like gaming for too long is not good for you, those type of thing. And don't be afraid to ask for help. Family, somehow when I look at this card, I'm seeing family. Maybe some of you are not really close with your family members, but don't be afraid to ask for help, be it you're close to them or not, you know. Just sometimes you're not close to them maybe because you don't want to open yourself up, you know. Sometimes a lot of things are in your head. A lot of times when you feel that the world is out against you, it's just your own mental battle that you're battling with. And I feel like week 2 will be a really realization moment, and really like calm, and you realize that there are like you have to balance that you have things that you need to change within yourself, because I feel like there will be like this, it's not ego death moment, but more of like you realize that initially people were there for you since the very beginning. You were just too clouded, like too busy with other stuff, and you fail to realize it. You fail to realize that your family or perhaps even close friends were there for you all along. You just needed to ask for help, and you will grow from there. Okay, we have the Empress over here. I'm not saying there's a lot of like consolidation type of vibe that I'm getting, like definitely a new, you realize something new, like a new perceive, like a new perception from you. You gain mental clarity, realize that actually all along I'm not as good as I thought I was. All along, yeah, those type of things. You realize that whatever you've been begging for, you've been craving for, or you've been so envious of for others, it was there for you. You had it all along. You were just too busy overlooking at others, caring about what other people like your bad traits or bad friends and stuff things, and you were too invested in them, and to even realize that you had it all along. Okay, and just going to so I'm gonna be shuffling another card to determine third week for June for you. Wow, 9 of Swords. Somehow it seems like you're refusing to listen. Perhaps in the past something something your family members or whatever, you know, are not really serving you well. And you have the Ace again. There's a lot of new beginnings for you for June. That's what I'm saying. We have the 10 of Wands. Okay. Definitely, you must not be afraid to listen. Okay. Remember when I was talking about the Oracle cards? Like surrender to the divine. You got to surrender to let things flow naturally, and not be too insistent on like controlling, like whatever, like you want things your way, those type of thing. I feel that some of you may be really controlling and stuff. Look at a bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. Yeah, definitely. It's like maybe all along what you've been thinking is too, like, all along you've been just too narrow-minded, and for June you realize it, and perhaps you can say it's like an ego death moment. Just realize that you may be the one that's crying victim all along. And you were not. You were harming people, you weren't as good as you thought you were, those type of things. Bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Swords. Okay. So, with the Nine of Swords, Five of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, you'll realize that, you know, you weren't as good as you thought you were, those type of things. Sorry, a card fell out, but it doesn't belong to you. The Three of Swords that fell out. So if it comes out again, okay, the Three of Swords, if it comes out again, then this message is really for you. But anyway, let's just continue with the third week. I feel that after the mental clarity and after reuniting with a family or with a close friend, right, and you come into realization that actually all along you were not as great as you seem. I've been mentioning this for really long now, many times. You will, I don't know, it's like you got to be humble. You will learn new stuff, and as you're learning this new knowledge, you're learning about like all these new things. Like perhaps for so long you've been thinking that you are not good enough, and like you're not good enough for X, B, or Z or whatever, and X, B, and Z tells you on June that you are good enough. All along it was really difficult to communicate with you because you're so stubborn. That's what I'm saying. Like you might be kind of stubborn, you might be like too delusional, too in your head, and you got to end this phase. June is all about healing for you. June is all about mental clarity, realization, awareness, and healing. A lot of moving on over here. Like to me, the Ten of Wands also means moving on. Like you got to move on. You shouldn't be too persistent and like persistent on the things that you thought you knew. But I don't think, based on this kind of current energy, you are not going to be too insistent that you are right all the time. Okay, and with this, it just shows that you need support. Maybe all along you think that you're so independent, you don't need anyone, you don't need no man, you don't need no girl to like support, to depend on. You don't need your mom, you don't need your dad, whatever. But actually you do, because for so long you've been the solo person in your life. You think that you can do this, you can do that, but what you don't realize is that you've been deceiving yourself, and like this self-sabotaging attitude of yours, even though you don't realize it, is actually harming other people as well. But in a really, like, even though you don't realize it, but it's happening, and it's been happening since the very beginning. You were just not aware of it because simply you were too busy, like you were too busy spending your time, spending your energy, spending anything towards others. And what I just got is that this is really specific, so it could not be resonating with many of you. Again, this is a general reading, so it may not resonate with everyone. But what I'm saying is that some of you may be prioritizing your friendship like above your family, or even like romantic interest or anything like that, and there will be a cease to an end. So perhaps the first week, definitely you guys, like you and your friends, will like split off, or you and your lover, okay, if that's the case. And you realize that for so long you've been actually abandoning your close friends, you've been abandoning people who are close to you, like your family members. And it's this self-guilt that you will realize you will bring into for the fourth week. And it's perfectly fine, because even though you have other things that you are chasing, like when you look above the horizon, you have other ambitions in life, other goals in life, but this is just for a month. This mental clarity is just for a month for you to realize that like you have to set down the ego, not let pride get in the way, for you to achieve your things, and actually reconcile and reunite with your family members. Because I don't know, I feel that for some of you, like even though you may say like, oh, you don't need to depend on anyone, those type of things, but deep inside, because you are no longer like spending as much time as your family members, it's really affecting you. And despite you not showing it or acknowledging it, does not mean that it's not there, like itching in your mind. That's what I'm seeing. So let's continue with the fourth card. Okay, just do... Oh, 2 cards fell out actually. Wow. So we have 2 cards. We have the 7 of Cups and the 8 of Pentacles. So this is the team, okay? 2 cards fell out, so I'm just gonna give it to you. We have the 7 of Pentacles again. You got to stop being too much in your mind. Don't self-obsess. Don't like think that everything is like, in a way, like what do I say, like, I feel that for some of you, you use imagination as an escape in life, you know, and you shouldn't be doing that. Well, okay. I feel that even though, despite you realizing that you aren't as good as you seem, you're harming people that are close to you, despite that not being your intention, like, despite you having the awareness, gaining the awareness already, but somehow you're still refusing to move on the 4th week. But you will learn from it. That's what I'm saying. Like, you are aware of it, but you will continue to improve on whatever you need to do on your ambitions in life, in your goals in life. You could be still a student, as I was saying. Like, you'll still be working really hard towards it, to your own goals and stuff like this. But I guess, like, the trauma that you had, the experience, or the relationship with you and your family members are not that easy to just get over with in a week or like in a day, this type of thing. It's so deeply rooted within you that you have to take some time. Like, you know about it already, you got the glove in your hands, you realize that there's actually more than what it seems. You've gained this knowledge, right? And you're actually looking through, like, from this castle, like from where you've been always standing. But at least you are aware of it. But if you're just aware of it and not putting in any actions, you're not accepting the facts, then what's the whole point? You still be really delusional. You still, like you'll be blindfolded. Like, you don't know what's the right decision to make. Like, should you like forgive your family and friends or whatever, okay? Or should you like just reconcile with them? I know it sounds so easy, like, oh, just reconcile with them, but perhaps the sense of I don't know what's the word, like, misguidance or whatever, like something has happened to you and your family members too, or like your close friends, that have resulted in this relationship, this connection that you have with them. And it's really dependent on you to whether you want to just grieve on what has happened in the past or not. And I don't know, it's definitely the past. Something has happened in the past, and you aren't like, you won't treat them as how you did in the past, you know. But you got to move on from this. You got to heal from it. I know that perhaps you may say, oh, I've already healed from it, blah blah blah, but it's not true. You got to face it, and you got to kind of like follow the flow. Like, the chariot just reminds me of like follow the flow, and you got to move on from it. Forgive them or not, it's ultimately up to you, because I'm just a tarot reader. I don't know what exactly is happening, but at least you are aware of it. But again, just you being aware of it, not accepting it, but you're not accepting it and not putting in action, what's the point? I'm not saying that you should accept what is, like, the people that have betrayed you or whatever, right? Perhaps this could even be related to the people in group 1, I mean week 1. Like, they have betrayed you and now they're coming back and stuff like this. But be it you want to forgive them or not, it's ultimately up to you. In the end, you still have to move on from life. You shouldn't be withstanding, you shouldn't be like tolerating or like self-sabotaging yourself by constantly procrastinating, and just hold your vision. That's what I'm saying. You have big plans in life. You have big plans in life, and you have to constantly work towards it. You still have to move, you still have to like follow the flow. I don't know, like, maybe some of you may be suffering from anxiety or like depression, like mental illnesses, and it's so easy for me to just say like, oh, just follow the flow, blah blah blah, but it's not as easy as it seems. It's not easy as it sounds like, isn't it? And like, it's not your fault that X, Z, or Y has betrayed you, or something that has happened to you. Perhaps all this is just something that has happened to you, but most likely is the result, is the cause of someone else, and this person's gonna come back in June, and it's ultimately up to you whether you want to forgive them or not. But I don't know. I don't think that you will. You will just realize that, okay, actually I'm not as good as it seems. Actually, I have harmed you in some ways, even though that was not my intention. Right? But it's still up to you whether you want, like, you have to move on. That's what I'm saying. You shouldn't be holding grudges and all that. And okay, as I was saying, it's not your fault that X, B, and Z happened to you, but it's your responsibility to handle it, like to heal from it. And if you're just gonna use excuses like, oh, you have this, you have that, you have this condition, someone has done harm to you, you're just gonna use it as an excuse to justify your bad behavior, to justify you not pursuing your goals, to pursue your dreams, to attain the result that you want, or whatever, right? Then it's just you as a person, like who you are as a character. That's what I'm saying. So now I'm shuffling for some cards from another oracle deck, for the Rebel deck, to get some advice for group 1 for you. Okay, so first I have, whatever you are thinking about, don't do it. Now is not the fucking time. What are you thinking about? Are you thinking of like harming them or whatever? Interesting. So don't believe every shitty thought you have. Thoughts can be sneaky lying bastards. So okay, there's like mixture of thoughts coming in, like you have a duality moment, like remember the Two of Swords earlier on, like you don't know what decision to make, whether you should forgive them, whether you should move on or not. You don't know what is the right choice. So it's not everyone else's fault, it's yours. It's exactly what I'm saying. You are a grown ass adult. Stop blaming others for your shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, you have been constantly blaming your environment, blaming other people for what you have resulted in, what you have turned out to be right now. But it's really not people's fault. Like, how people has harmed you, how people has bullied you, let's say, it's really not your fault, and I'm really sorry that has happened. But it's really up to you whether, like, how you're gonna handle it. That's your responsibility. How are you gonna heal from it? Shame, regrets, and guilt, those are bullshit. Forgive, let that shit go. You really should be forgiving others. Really, this could be close friends or someone that has done you harm. Perhaps not even close. Perhaps it's just like your bullies in class. Fuck fear. It will lie to your face. Okay. Like a lot of anxiety from this group 1. Really interesting. Last one. Take a shot. Don't take 12, take 1. Okay, maybe to move on. Yeah, you should really move on. The Chariot is shining that. Take a shot. Don't be afraid to make a move. So this is all I have for you, group 1. I really hope that you can heal from it. And yeah, this is all I have for you, literally. Thank you for staying till now. I really appreciate it. Goodbye. Hi group 2. So I have shuffled 3 oracle cards for you. This is gonna be the overall theme for what is going to happen for you in June 2021. I have not taken a look at it, so let's take a look at it together. Okay, so first you got the new moon in Scorpio. Work through your fears. Followed by balsamic moon, a time for healing. Okay. New moon, a new start is coming. Yes, literally this card just explains everything. Once I saw the new moon in Scorpio, I knew it. It's a new start. June is gonna be a new phase. Are you guys like venturing into a business or whatever, a new lifestyle when you get the summer board? Sure. But with a balsamic moon here, a time for healing, this could be something really emotional for you. So let's take a look with the tarot cards. So okay, what I'm gonna be doing is that I'll be shuffling 4 tarot cards from the Sakurai Bito tarot deck. I really hope that I pronounced it correctly. I'll be shuffling 4, but one at a time. And these tarot cards are going to determine the overall theme. The overall theme for the week. So first we have week 1, definitely. And afterwards, it will be accompanied with 5 cards from the Rider-Waite Tarot to actually get more in depth into your week. Okay, separately, like week 1 to week 4. We're doing it separately. So yeah, a new start is coming, a new phase is coming for you, most definitely. This is what I'm saying. So let's take a look at what is gonna start coming for you with like group 2. Is so strange, it's taking so long. Okay, so I got 2 cards. The first week we got the Sun and the Hanged Man. Okay, immediately I can see that you know that it's a new phase. Perhaps you guys have just recently graduated. You guys have recently just started a new job. You guys have recently just started a new business. Just got enrolled into school, those type of things. Got into a new relationship, perhaps. New lifestyle, going for gym, learning martial arts, learning how to paint again, those type of things. But there's this like moments where you're still procrastinating on it, like you're scared. That's what I see. You're scared of what's to come. You don't know what to expect, and that's why you're so afraid. So first we got the, I think it's 8. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Oh, sorry, it's 9. 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Sorry, okay, it's the 9. It's the 9 of Wands followed by the 10 of Cups in reverse. So let's shuffle for more. So despite you trying to reach so hard for what's to come, right? But there's this form of like internal conflict, or like this laziness, or like procrastination, or like just you dwelling on the fact that, oh my god, it's June already. This type of things. Okay. So at the bottom of the deck, 1 2 3, yeah, the bottom of the deck we have Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Some of you may just got involved in a relationship, and because of the pandemic restrictions, you guys are out of physical touch. There's a lack of physical touch going on. With the Wheel of Fortune over here, it's just about time, like whether or not you guys can meet. And this thing is like beyond your control, and that's why you're very meh. You know, like this relationship ignites your soul and stuff like this, but because of the COVID restrictions and stuff like this, if you're currently watching this during the time of my posting, I mean this is for June, right? Yeah, then you guys have recently just got in like this long distance relationship, or like long distance connection. Yeah, so definitely, and it's really beyond your control, and you're really upset about it because it's something that you really want to chase but you can't. And in that way, if you resonate with this, right, the long distance thing, or like something that you really want to pursue but it's within your reach, because other stuffs are impacting it, making it far out of reach for you, okay, and it's with like not within your control, and it's causing this like emotional disruption, like you're just not satisfied, you're not emotionally content. That's what I'm saying. And perhaps many of you are, it's like this internal battle. Like I know this is the 5 of Wands, but it just seems like an internal battle. And if you're like, you like this person, there's this connection, you're just scared of what's to come. You don't know what's gonna come. You're afraid that you have to like battle against someone else for this person's attention. You're just really isolated, and it's in a way like you're like walling yourself out. You're like, you don't know how to say this, you don't know who to share it with. So this is the first week that I'm seeing. But with the Queen of Wands over here, it's perfectly fine. I guess this is just like temporarily, like perhaps for the first like couple of days. But then you just realize that, you know what, it is fine, like things are beyond my control and there's nothing much I can do about it. And yeah, just follow the flow. Like that's what I'm saying, and you're gonna pursue whatever that you wanted. I sense a lot of like creativity coming from here. So perhaps the most of you guys could be like artists, or like artists, like drawing. I'm seeing a lot of painting, those type of things, perhaps musicians, and you're really gonna just pursue whatever you were doing. Like, because it's really out of your touch, like you can't do much about it. That's what I'm seeing. And it's the fact, it's not something that you can just complain about in a day and it's gonna be better. So it's really about divine timing about this. Like the things that you're gonna stress about for the first week of June, it's really about divine timing, and I'm sorry, it's within your reach, and you're the Hanged Man. Okay, like you can't really do anything much for it, but it's perfectly fine, because like at the end of the first week you realize, you know what, fuck it, I'm not gonna spend so much time and attention on dwelling on this. You're really practical, that's what I'm saying. And then second week we have the Knight of Swords. Why do we have the Knight of Swords? Like, it seems to me that you guys are going through like a transformation, but then you cut it off. Something must have happened. Come on, first, the second week. Wow, okay, immediately I got the Devil and the Two of Pentacles. Duality moment, perhaps. Like, I don't know, self-sabotaging is what I'm getting. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, definitely I can see that you'll be really upset because things are moving really slow, like really stagnant for you, and you don't like it. Like, what can you do? Like, you've been whining about it already and all of that. And there's not much that you can do. Oh shit. Sorry, the bottom of the deck we have the Ace of Swords. The card just fell out on the floor. I'm gonna put it better. Like, I'm gonna rearrange everything so that you guys can see properly, yeah? Just the second week. So what I'm saying is that despite you having to like heal, like I won't say heal, like you've gained like this mental clarity. Oh my god, the Oracle card says like attempt for healing. So perhaps June is for you to really consider that not everything, not like life is not fair and it's completely fine. This type of thing, like you have to heal from something. You know, you have to heal from this like delusional mindset that you have. Yeah, and I'm seeing a lot of time, like you're juggling with a lot of assignments, a lot of time, but at the same time you can't really get your mind off this particular thing that you've been dwelling on, and you realize that everything is so stagnant. I'm seeing a lot of you are really affected by the pandemic or something, you know, that's within your control, that's like out of your control. Those sort of things, it's with the Devil, it's just like another confirmation. And there's really nothing you can do besides just improving on yourself. That's what I'm saying. Even though it makes you feel so trapped. It makes you feel so damn trapped. And it feels like you're so isolated, like you're so useless. There's nothing much you can do. But what you can be doing is, like, what I'm saying is that you'll be really trying to improve on yourself. Not like your own situation, but yourself. Like, learning new stuff, or like just continue painting if you guys resonate with the artistic thing that I was mentioning on. Like, gaining a new clarity, you'll be really like, you'll gain a new perception or perspective in life, or like your ideology, or like your ideas within week 2. That's what I'm saying. Despite you feeling so chained up initially and things moving so slow, and you don't know what, like, it's just like this sense of juggling, you know, like, should you spend more time on this or that? Why is everything so slow? Yeah, it just feels so stagnant and so boring. It's June, man. So I'm doing okay. Shit, I have a lot of cards, but these 3 cards fell out. Oh my god, we got a Devil again, by the way. These 3 cards fell out, so I'm just gonna read all 3. We have the 8 of Cups, the Devil again. Okay, 8 of Cups, the Devil again, and the 9 of Cups. So definitely this like stagnant feeling and feeling of like everything out of your control. Like if you guys resonate with the long distance relationship thing, is like you've been imagining how this person looks like, how everything would be much better if you can just meet this person, if you can just touch this person, if you can just do this particular thing, but it's not gonna happen. And what I'm saying is that you're just gonna snap out of it, like, you know what, fuck it, I'm done thinking about all this. I'm just imagining things within my head space. It fucking sucks. And you're gonna nurture yourself. We have the 8 of Cups, and then we have the 9 of Cups. You're gonna change from it. It's like, it's just this progression period. You know what? Fuck it. I'm no longer gonna think about it. And you're gonna spend the time, I'm not gonna say caressing yourself, but more of like on the time, like on the things that you really enjoy, on the things that you really like and stuff like that. Like, really love yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. That's what I'm saying. And on week 3, you realize that, and you will no longer be so hard on yourself because there's a lot of things that are within your control, and you're just gonna move on with the Chariot, you know. Even though you don't like the flow, even though things are really stagnant for you, you're just gonna move. You know, like every single day you're still learning new things. Sorry, there's a lot of cards falling out, so I'm not gonna take all this. But every single day it's different for you, and you're just learning to like cope with it, just move on. Wow, okay. So we have the Chariot, the King of Pentacles. This is the 7, isn't it? Oh, wait, sorry, the 9 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, 8 of Cups in reverse. I'm saying like you guys will no longer be so hard on yourself. Yeah, definitely. A lot of people over here could be on a long distance relationship. You really want to like chase this particular person. You really want this person's touch, but you can't. Okay, we have the World. It's just another confirmation. Long distance relationship, or perhaps something that's beyond your control, but you really want to achieve it. You really want it, right? But it's within our control. Definitely, it's like somewhere else. Okay. Yeah. And you're no longer gonna be so hard on yourself. You're just gonna move on. You know what? Fuck it, this sort of thing. Even though it's still gonna affect you a little bit, but at least you're gonna feel a bit more better. You're gonna be more like grounded. You're gonna be more realistic, a bit more practical. You no longer be so up in your head space, so much in cloud nine, those type of things. You're just gonna move on. You know, it's stagnant, so what? There's nothing much I can do. Let's just move on. What I can do right now is just focus on myself, focus on my studies, focus on my art, focus on my project, focus on how to improve on myself, and just move on. Even though I really love this person so much, but whatever. You know, just yeah, there's nothing much I can do. Just sit back, relax, and hope for the better to come. That's what I was saying. And it's definitely gonna come. It's just all about divine timing. It's really all about divine timing. But this thing is gonna come eventually. And once it comes, once it arrives, right? Wow, it's gonna be worth it, trust me. Okay, so the last, I'm gonna shuffle the last card for the overall thing, which is the week 4 for you guys. Week 4. 3 of Swords. Why are you guys just upset? Oh, so sad. I feel that despite you guys constantly saying, you know what, fuck it, I'm not gonna think so much about this particular thing that I can't really change, but it's still gonna affect you. Something might happen to you that may cause like some backstab going on. Someone may have said, like someone may say something really bad, or betrayal, heartache. Yeah, really sad, really upsetting. Okay. Yeah, like you're giving in so much to this particular thing, to this particular person. You invest so much time, so much emotions, but in return it's not really gonna, I would think like a love reading, but it's not gonna fulfill you. In fact, it just turns back around and stab you back. You know, and it's not really worth it. And you're getting a lot of Scorpio, Cancer vibes over here. You got 8 of Wands, a lot of traveling, a lot of movement. Yeah, and then the Sun. Perhaps, I don't know, I'm getting like a sense of illusion. So, you know, like perhaps a lot of you, okay, what I'm getting is that on week with the Hanged Man, we got 2 hangmans over here already. You're just gonna repeat the pattern. The bottom of the deck we have the Judgment. Okay, so just gonna repeat the whole cycle. You know, the first week and like, you know, oh, I miss this guy, yada yada, why can I do this to improve this current situation, yada yada yada. Then afterwards you're just like, okay, you know what, I'm just gonna focus on myself eventually. Then the 4th week comes, you're like, oh my god, da da da. Then I don't know, like what I'm getting is that some of you the first possibility is that some of you may be creating a lot of scenarios in your head and actually thinking of what has happened to you in the past, because I'm getting a lot of betrayal, a lot of like heartache, a lot of like deceiving stuff happens to you in like love particularly, and you're really afraid that it may happen because you guys are so like within reach, right? You guys are not within reach. You're just creating scenarios in your head and stuff like this, but there's a lot of like thinking back about the past and stuff of things. And you have this mindset of like, I'm always treating people well, but I'm not getting it back in return. Why are you thinking of that? And you always be like portraying this persona of like, you know, I'm the queen of sort of things, like literally the Queen of Swords. You'll be thinking like you're this, you're that, but actually you're not. And it's really all about like all these readings are just telling me that it's all in your head. And for June 2021, it's all about you. Do you want the happiness? Okay, do you want to stick to this this flow of like, I'm no longer gonna think so much about something that I can't control. I'm just gonna focus on what I can control right now, and that is XXY and not XXX, and that's something that I can't control. That's something that I really want right now, that I really want to touch right now. but I can't do it. This could even be like some investment and stuff like this. Do you want to be the sun? Do you want to focus on your blessing? Okay, or do you want to just look back at what has happened to you in the past? Or do you just want to like procrastinate and dwell on the fact that there's a lot of things that you want but are within your reach, they're out of reach, and you're just gonna complain about it? It's really up to you. Are you gonna grieve about what has happened in the past? Are you gonna move on? You gotta move on, girl or guy, whatever. You gotta move on. You can do it. It's all in your head. You're very imaginative daydreamer type. Anyway, so I'm now shuffling cards that are gonna be giving you advice. Okay, so first we have, you are being shady, watch out, shit could get ugly. Wow, okay. Second we have, stop talking, shut your mouth and listen. It's from the Rebel deck, by the way. So yeah, I feel that there's a lot of there's a lot of like self-creating problems within you. I'm not saying that your issues are not real, but you can instead make things better, make you feel better by focusing on things that you can change instead of like something that you can't change within the night, this sort of thing. Some good shit is about to happen. Don't let your issues fuck it up. Look, it's a new start. You can be changing everything. It's definitely a new start. You see, we have two cards in the new moon. One says work through your fears. The other says a new start is coming. You have this new opportunity. You have a new day. You have a new month to restart your whole thoughts and everything. But you're just gonna, based on your current energy, you're just gonna dwell on this. And perhaps you've been dwelling on it since May, or perhaps even longer. So, 3 more cards for advice. And like a new start, a new phase in life, like with the moon, it's just a new moon, it's just a confirmation, and you're just gonna fuck it up again. You're just gonna repeat May all over itself because we can't get it out of the head. You have to man up, you have to be more mature. You are loved. You are here for a reason. Don't fuck it up. Literally, if you resonate with a long distance relationship, your partner loves you. Okay, don't doubt yourself. Even if your partner does something douchey, that's on them. It doesn't determine your self-worth and stuff like this. Get the fuck outside, move your ass. Your body is pissed at you. I suppose a lot of you are always at home because of quarantine. Work out, girl. It will make you feel so much better, I suppose. Yeah. And so one last card. Okay, have fun. You tight ass. Oops. You tight ass. Loosen the fuck up. Control freaks don't get laid. Okay. I guess it's pretty self-explanatory for the oracle cards for advice from the Rebel deck. So anyway, this is all I have for you, group 2. So yeah, literally all I have for you. If you've stayed till this far, I really appreciate it. And yeah, I really hope everything will turn out well. Since now you got the message, you received the message, you don't claim it. You can just acknowledge it and you can change it for the better, because this is a future-oriented question, right? But the future is not always set in stone. You can always change it based on the current energy, based on the current actions, right? So it's really ultimately up to you. Do you want this happening constantly in a loop in June, or do you want to move the fuck on? So yeah, it's really up to you. I'm just the messenger here. So that's all I have for you, group 2. Goodbye. Hi, group 3. So I have shuffled 3 oracle cards, and it will be the overall theme for what is to come in June 2021 for you. I have not seen it, so let's take a look at it together, right? So first, you got full moon in Scorpio. It's time to release negativity. Awesome. North Node. Step out of your comfort zone. Wow, okay. And then we got full moon eclipse. Conclusions are within reach. Okay, immediately I can see that for a couple of months now, for a couple of days, or in the past, or even in your current like position right now, your present self is feeling really, how do I say, like lost in life. That's what I see, because we have the full moon eclipse. Like all this, whatever you're feeling right now, alright, it's gonna come to an end in June. June is gonna be a new start. Like it's gonna be a closure moment. I wouldn't really say new start, sorry, but more like the time where this whole situation, this whole feeling of being lost and just wandering around and just living to survive. You get what I mean with I sense that you're afraid to pursue something because of whatever. But this feeling of just not doing anything productive is gonna come to an end in June, and that is nice. Okay, this is based on the current energy. So yeah, let's get started in your reading. So basically what we'll be doing is that I'll be shuffling 4 cards with the Sasori Beetle Tarot deck. I really hope that I pronounced it correctly. But I'm gonna shuffle like 1 card at a time. Each card will just depict an overall energy or an overall theme for the week. Okay, so first we'll start with week 1, and you got the 3 of Wands for week 1. So each overall theme, right, to be accompanied with five cards from the Rider-Waite deck, and they will be like to give me an in-depth reading on your week separately. You get 4 cards in total. I mean 4 cards from the Sasori Beetle. Anyway, just let's continue. Just shuffling, amazing. Got the Lovers. Okay, and then you got the Star. Wow, okay. You got a 5 of Wands. Oh my god, I'm stuttering. Pouter Goddess as well, these 2 cards. In one of the weeks. If I'm not wrong, it's like the 3rd week. Oh no, just shuffle. Oh sorry. At the bottom of the deck we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 9. Is this the 9? Yeah, it's 9 of Swords. Definitely an end to something in the first week. You come to the realization that okay, because of the 3 of Wands, it just means like you adventuring, you putting in an action to start something new. Okay, it's definitely like a new beginning type of card, but it's like this overall theme for the first week is more of like your struggles before the new beginning even arises. So yeah, and you're really I feel like in the currently or perhaps in the past you have lost friends, you have lost people that you really like, that you can really depend on, and right now in the first week of June it's more of you depending on yourself already. And I don't know, it's just like something new for you and you're not really used to it, but it's perfectly fine because I see transformation coming over. I see the Lovers over here. It just means that you will learn to love yourself, you will learn whatever that will benefit you, and you won't always rely on people. But it's gonna be a struggle for you with the 5 of Wands over here and the 9 of Swords over here, because it's gonna be so tough on you because you're not always used to this. But you gotta step out of the comfort zone. This is the Oracle cards that we're seeing. So for the month of June, I can see that you will be trying a lot of new things. Definitely the first week you will come into realization that you should actually put in action towards something, towards a new beginning, towards a new lifestyle or whatever, or towards loving yourself. And you're definitely gonna do that with the Lovers over here and like the Judgment here, and like you being so vulnerable with yourself. You're gonna feel so comfortable. You're gonna learn this along the way. That's what I'm saying for June. Okay, you're gonna come end of June based on what I'm saying on a good note, with like you know, like with fruits blooming and with a snake over here, transformation. But it's all just based on the current energy that I'm seeing. I have not gone in depth into week 4 yet, so let's see how it progresses if you were to just stick to what you are thinking right now and stuff like this, because energy can be changed. This is a future oriented question. The future is never presented and never set in stone. It can always be changed. So basically, yes, you'll move on from like you relying so much on people, and it's gonna be so different from you, but you're gonna survive it. It's gonna be really uncomfortable for you for the first week of June, okay, but you are gonna survive it. You're gonna be like the Queen of the Queen of Pentacles over here, just really like firmly believing to whatever you think of, like really firmly grounding yourself, okay, learning new things. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, it's gonna be really tough for you with the 9 of Swords of here. It's at the bottom of the deck. It's gonna be really tough, but you're gonna survive it eventually. You just got to be really persistent, really diligent. It's really terrifying. I can feel it. I can feel your sense of anxiety. I can feel like a sense of loneliness, but it's perfectly fine. Everyone has to go through like this type of moments to come out stronger, for changes to come, you know. Like changes are often inevitable, but every time like there's changes happening. We always come out to be stronger. We are never the same. If not, all of us will be walking around in diapers and all that, right? Not even walk, we'll be crawling. So let me shuffle one card for the second week. So definitely the first week, what I'm saying is that you'll be really scared, you know, you'll be really, really scared, but it's perfectly fine. So we got Temperance, amazing. Temperance, you'll be learning a lot. Oh, sorry, there's a lot of cards coming out, so I'm not going to take all these cards. We got a King of Pentacles. So you'll be transitioning from the Queen of Pentacles that we have seen just now to the King of Pentacles. Change of ideas, that's what I'm saying. You'll be mentally stronger, which is nice. Wow, a lot of like passion. Perhaps there's things that you want to pursue that you're really passionate about. Definitely with the Three of Pentacles, that's confirmation. You got to be nice to people. I see that in the second week. Okay, in the second week of June, you'll be really nice to people. You'll be really supportive towards each other. We've got a King of Wands over here. We've got a Queen of Wands and we've got a King of Wands. I don't know. I'm sensing something here. Perhaps a new friendship. That's what I see. Or perhaps even like a romantic interest. But I'm not saying it's to be permanent as of now. Or perhaps like you looking up to this King of Wands could be like a teacher or something like this. You'll be definitely pursuing something that you really enjoy despite perhaps like you were really afraid because it's a new beginning. Perhaps going to the gym or something like this. But yeah, you're gonna move. You're gonna like be like the Knight of Cups. You're scared. It's okay. You're crying emotions. It's perfectly fine. Move on. Show people. Showcase yourself to others. That's what I see. And it's really beautiful. Okay, so you're gonna be mentally strong. Like in the first week, you're gonna be scared. But it's fine. You know that it's gonna benefit you, right? Okay, we got two cards. Just gonna put it here. We got a Six of Cups and we got a Page of Cups. The first 2 weeks you're gonna, especially in the second week, you're gonna change mentally. Like you're gonna be stronger. But the third week, I see that you really settle down with like your emotions and stuff like this. You're no longer afraid of this, of that, of whatever. You're gonna like blossom. You're gonna be like this person. You're gonna realize that there's so much more. You know, you're no longer gonna hold yourself back because of fears. You're not gonna let your fear like hold you back. You're gonna just let it go, you know. And you will be like the Page of Cups. You realize that, you know what, actually all along I have the key. I have the key to my heart. I have the key to change myself to be a better person. That's what I'm saying. So this is the third week's energy. Okay, and let me just, oh no, this is sorry. Okay, let me just rearrange it so that you guys can see the cards clearly. So this is week 2. We got 2 cards for week 2. So first card from the right away. Okay, we got the Two of Wands. Definitely you're gonna perceive things to be of a different light. You're gonna realize that the Fool is a fool. You're gonna realize that, okay, actually I really enjoy this thing. Actually I shouldn't be as scared of pursuing X, Y, and Z, you know. It's perfectly fine, you know, even though that, sorry, the card just fell out. I have to take it. I don't know where it fell out exactly. Okay, it's here. Wow, we got a Four of Wands. So earlier on, we saw the King of Wands and the Four of Wands. Perhaps you will meet someone of the similar interest as you, and perhaps it can even be like a new love interest, or it could just be someone that you admire. You know, it's just someone that you admire, like perhaps like a gym coach or something like this. Yeah, but definitely a new connection, definitely like new friendship. And last card. Sorry, we got the Knight of Swords. So anyway, what I'm saying is that, okay, first it could potentially be like you will meet someone new, like a new guy or new girl, a new love interest. But definitely new connection. You'll be emotionally like fulfilled. You realize that actually who like the one that's been self-sabotaging, like the one that's been sabotaging you and like you and your happiness and like whatever you want to pursue is all just you, and you will realize it, and it's perfectly fine, and realize that you actually really enjoy this current phase in your life. It's new, but it's fine, you know. It's amazing, and you carry like little to no baggage along. You just make new friends, like loyal friends as well, and carrying this like like this really innocent type of look with the flower over here. It just signifies innocence. Like you will be keeping an open mind, you know, towards this new thing that you'll be learning. I don't know what you guys are doing, like going to the gym or something like this. But that's what I see, and it's amazing. Okay, but it's gonna be a struggle. Everything's gonna happen really fast, but I think that you can cope it. Okay, because despite you being like a immature, like a beginner in this thing, but you're really passionate in it, and I suppose you will realize that actually you're quite competitive, like you're a quite competitive person. That's what I'm saying, and that's a good thing because you'll realize that you have so much more than what you know since the very beginning. Yeah, and you have so much more capabilities than whatever you knew, like the version of you that has been holding you back. You're so much more than that. Okay. So sorry, so let's just shuffle another card, the last card, to determine the 4th week for powerful. I'm just gonna move, yeah. Got one card, the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, I realized that perhaps you realize that you're such a competitive person. You will always compare yourself to people, but because you're still a beginner at this particular thing, okay, and you have to invest your time, your energy and all that, and I don't know, I'm getting a sense that you will compare yourself to others, like why am I not good enough than him, or why am I not good enough as her, this type of thing, like a sense of yeah, like just being competitive, but in a sense like bringing yourself down as well with the cards early on, like the 5 of Swords. Like in a sense you're still self-sabotaging yourself, and this is a quality, this is a natural trait that you've been carrying since the very beginning. So it's okay, you know what, wow, we got the 3 of Swords. I don't know, I'm getting like perhaps a love, like a new ex-partner or something, like an ex-partner will come back to you. For some of you this is really specific. A lot of cards are dropping out. I've got 2. No. Oh my god. What is wrong with you guys? It's 3rd pile. Okay. So let me just reshuffle it. I'm just gonna replace it here. Yeah. Why did I freak out a little bit earlier on? Because we got a King of Cups, okay? And then we got a Queen of Cups. So what I'm saying is that it could either be you really being afraid. Okay, this could be even like a love interest, like with the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Like as you are pursuing this new interest, you realize that you actually love this thing, and someone else, perhaps more skillful than you, like you guys are gonna share the same interests, and you're gonna learn from this person. And yeah, and slowly it resonates, it slowly progresses to like emotional connection, and perhaps you're self-sabotaging yourself to this potential relationship because you're so afraid of what's gonna like you're still holding yourself back. You're so afraid of what's gonna happen, or perhaps someone else will come back to your life and you will realize that what has happened to you in the past and you're really afraid to love. But it's perfectly fine with the King of Swords over here. It's just telling you that you will become like so mentally strong that you will just tell the person to fuck off, or like cut off this whole emotional connection, this emotional self-pitying type of thing. And with the Ace of Pentacles, it's just another confirmation of a new beginning coming, you know, not just finances wise. I know Pentacles means coins and stuff like this, but I'm saying like really passionate despite this being Ace of Pentacles, you know, because of like this field over here. It's like growth to me, it's like the Ace of Wands to me. And it's amazing because this person's like this King of Cups person, someone new coming to your life, it's like giving you so much abundance, so much stability, and I'm pretty sure that you're gonna accept it because it's gonna sound so good to be true, and you're just gonna accept it because this person makes you so happy. You guys are like a mirroring image of each other. That's what I see. Just accept it. Don't let whatever that has happened to you in the past hold you back. Instead, be like the King of Swords. Tell them to fuck off. Okay, so now I'm gonna shuffle some cards for an advice for you for the present self. Okay, see, it's just an advice card. So yeah, first, ask a fucking expert. Don't rely on your friends or the internet. Listen to a damn professional. So perhaps when this person comes and like he makes you or she makes you feel like butterflies in your stomach, you just don't know what to do. Because you go on like Reddit or something and like ask people or like ask your friends and stuff like that. But it's really strange because this card actually means like mental health and stuff like this. But what I'm getting from this is not like ask a fucking expert or anything, or even like push your friends away. But what I'm like, this expert that I'm seeing is more like you ask yourself what you really want, ask your own heart, because this could potentially be a love reading. So we got a thunderbolt. The advice is figure shit out on your own. Yeah, literally, don't depend on other people. I guess like people have differing opinions of the person. Perhaps the person don't look as good or whatever, or the person's not rich, okay? And people are gonna, you're gonna settle down for this guy, you're gonna settle down for this woman. Why are you listening to people? Listen to yourself. You are the expert in this current situation. So got the next cards. Take a shot. Yeah, take a shot in this relationship. Don't take 12, take 1. Okay, maybe take 2 and move on. Yeah, take a shot. What if you feel like this is the person and my reading's apparently not accurate and this person doesn't like you back? But it's perfectly fine. At least you have asked this person out, right? And then we got, you are giving away your power. You are badass. Act like it. Perhaps a lot of you are getting mistreated from your friends. They don't really like it, or perhaps when it comes and when it happens and like you consolidate your friends despite me advising you not to, and you still do, and they like say some nasty remarks and you're not really you don't really appreciate it. Tell them to fuck off, literally. Okay, so you're the best thing to ever happen to you. Go easy on your ass, buy your own damn drink. Wow, really dependent over here. Remember earlier on I was like saying some of you are not dependent and stuff like this. This card is resonating and like to the first week. You are independent, you are good enough. That's what I see. Don't be so hard on yourself. You are giving too many fucks. Give 0. This perhaps to your friends, to your close friends, to your anyone that might be saying like some dumb shit about the things that you're gonna pursue, about the person that you may be interested in the future in June. Okay? But you know what? Just listen to the fucking expert, and the expert is yourself. You do you, literally. So yeah, that's all I have for you, group 3. I really hope that it resonates with you. And if you have stayed so far, I really appreciate it. Really hope that you have a nice day and everything goes well for you. Goodbye, group 3. Hi, group 4. So I have shuffled 3 oracle cards for you, and these 3 cards will determine the overall theme for you for the month of June 2021. So I have not yet opened it, so let's take a look together, shall we? First, you got the full moon in Capricorn. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Lovely. Second, we got new moon in Taurus. Prosperity lies ahead. New moon, okay. And then we got the cardinal moon. Be bold and make the first move. Interesting, like a really interesting vibe as compared to others, because you got full moon and a new moon. So definitely in June 2021, it's an end of a cycle. As soon as June hits, or perhaps like the first week of June ends, and then a new beginning lies ahead of you. Perhaps a lot of you have been struggling, even in the present self or in the past. The end of a tough cycle approaches. You know, and finally you can take a breather. That's what I'm saying. Like perhaps a lot of you, like some of you, like once I read the end of a tough cycle approaches earlier on in the full moon in the Capricorn, and you guys just take a breather like, oh my god, finally. That's what I see. And yeah, be bold and make the first move. Very interesting. So let's see what lies ahead for you for the month of for the month of June 2021. Okay, so basically what I'll be doing is that I'll be shuffling 4 cards in total, perhaps even more if it drops out more. And oh no, sorry, I'm gonna reshuffle it. Oh yeah, but it comes out reverse. Okay, I don't usually read reverse, but I feel that I should. So we got 4 of cups in reverse. So this tarot decks, I'll be shuffling 4 or perhaps even more. If it comes out more, the Sasrubito tarot deck will determine the overall theme of the week. Okay, so I'm now doing the first week, and I'll be doing it separately. And now I'll be shuffling some tarot cards from the Rider-Waite deck to get an in-depth reading for the first week of June for you guys. Okay, So we got Judgment and we got a 10 of Pentacles. Definitely an end of a phase. Definitely. Okay, the Hierophant. Shuffling 5 cards and I'll be reading the bottom of the deck as well. Wow, okay. So, wow, okay. And then we've got the Knight of Cups. I'm getting a lot of people are setting love as like their priority for June 2021. Why am I always getting love readings? It's interesting. Perhaps a lot of you are single, huh? If you're single, then this resonates with you. If it's not, just tweak it a little bit here and there. This is a general reading. It's not gonna resonate with everyone. Okay, so basically, with the overall theme for the month of June 2021, the first week you guys got the 4 of Cups in reverse. So when it's upright, this person's like struggling, right, suffocating, but it's with her own hair, right? So what this tells me is that if it's upright, this person is struggling, is in denial that whatever actions that this person is doing is like suffocating her, isn't it? It seems like so, right? And somehow we got an X, and an X means like the end. So it somehow shows me that this could be stopped, but this person is just looking away. You know, it's completely delusional with like the fog at the back, but you got it up, right? So I suppose that this is an end to that phase. A lot of like self-sabotaging coping mechanisms of like escape like mechanisms. Perhaps you guys like I'm not gonna use like addictions or something like this, not like substance abuse, but perhaps a lot of like time wasting as like a coping mechanism, a lot of gaming perhaps, like those type of things. And a lot of things that have not been benefiting you in the past are coming to an end definitely in June. And I suppose that you've been wanting this for a long while. You just want to take a breather, and finally it's like a celebratory moment somehow when I see this Judgment, like the ends, the past, you know, like to me these guys are like just in coffins and stuff like this, but they are celebrating. So like the past, whatever you have been grieving on, it's the end, it's a complete end, it's the end of a cycle. And finally you'll be greeted with you'll realize that, you know, we got the 10 of Pentacles. So it just tells me that it's an end to a cycle and you can finally take a breather. And this is a good moment. What I'm saying is that the first week of June, this is a good moment for you to like reunite with your family and friends, or perhaps like close friends, close family members, not just anyone, like those people who are loyal to you, and you know it, okay? And like perhaps some of you may be religious and stuff like this. Look up to your highest like divine self, and if you're religious, if you resonate with it, perhaps you'll be going to church more. Like there's a lot of like spiritual, like I won't say awakening, but reconciliation. Whatever you've done in the past, whatever you did in the past, you're gonna visit it again. That's what I see. And you're gonna treat people a lot more better. Perhaps in the past because of like some time management issues, because of like some bad lifestyle, bad habits that you've been dealing with to like cope with your stress or whatnot. And it's been like withdrawing from people who are close to you, be it like friends or family members. You're now gonna reconcile with them for the first week of June, and like the nightmare is finally over. You can just like wake up from it, you know, like fuck it. But what is most interesting is that I see there's a lot of you are opening new doors to love. Like there's this new opportunity to love with the Knight of Cups. As soon as I see it, I was like, okay, new love, like a priority right now. So perhaps a lot of you are single or something like this. Just really interesting, really interesting. But what if you don't resonate with it, or like the other half could be that you're finally pursuing something that you're really emotional about, that you're really passionate about since the very beginning. Like you're still on constant pursuit, you're still on constant move, you're still constantly improving on yourself, and that's what I see. Okay, so I'm now gonna be drawing another card from Sasaribito Tarot deck, which I hope I really pronounced it correctly, to get an overall general theme for the week 2, for you guys, group 4. For the 8 of Swords. Interesting. Sorry, I'm burping. Oh, a lot of cards fell out. I'm not gonna shuffle. I'm not gonna take those. I'm so sorry. Wow, Queen of Cups. We got a Knight of Cups, and then we got a Queen of Cups. Definitely, many of you are opening new doors to love. Definitely. Or perhaps like to love yourself, to love your old passion back again. We got a 10 of Wands over here together with the Fool. Oh my god, we got a Towel. Okay. Just one card. One more card. Okay. Got a 2 of Wands. Interesting, we got a Towel over here. Bottom of the deck, we have the 5 of Cups. I'm gonna show you guys here. So, got 8 of Swords, Queen of Cups. I don't know. There's a lot of emotions coming over here. Perhaps it's like you guys have been trying to move on from a previous lover that's not been treating you well, and you're finally opening new doors to new opportunities and stuff like this, and something happened, something made you change your mind, something made you think about that person again, like a triggering moment. Even though you're so acceptable, you're gaining like emotional clarity, you're opening new doors definitely. But as I see in this 10 of Wands, what I'm saying is that even though you're moving on, right, it's a 10, right, but you're still carrying a lot of baggages, and it's so ironic because I'm getting the Fool over here. But what I'm seeing right now for the Fool card is that despite you, like subconsciously you're carrying so many baggages, like maybe your insecurities or like whatever, okay, but you portray this self like you want to feel that you are so carefree like the Fool, you just want to start anew in week 2, and you're not realizing that if you make a wrong decision, things will go down to hell. And that's the dog warning the Fool over here, like, dude, look down. Like, what I'm saying is that stop being so high up in your hate space. You know, stop being so high up in your hate space despite you trying to like forget about something, forget about someone, forget about the past. It doesn't mean that you should be constantly binge drinking to like avoid the pain, even though you may seem like haha, you know, you're having a lot of fun. But are you are not. And if you keep concealing the fact that you are not as happy as you portray yourself to be, like, there will be a towering moment, shit will go down to real. And stop being grateful for what you have, despite you not having able to like achieve an outcome that you want, like a guy or a girl that you want in the past, or the guy or a girl is treating you badly. It doesn't mean that there is no one else. It doesn't mean that you are like that's the end of your whole life. It's not. Stop dwelling on the past and actually look behind you. There are people who are supporting you still. There are people who are there for you still. And stop daydreaming. Like in week 2, what I'm saying is that you gotta get out of the comfort zone, you know, be bold and make the first move. Like perhaps like in week 2 you realize that you actually like someone else and this potential partner, but you may be so insecure of yourself and for what has happened to you in the past, like perhaps like a failed marriage, or your lover, your ex treated you badly, and if you keep reciting on what's gonna happen, like all in your head space, you know, you're just admiring this person or this situation from afar and just like thinking about it, just creating scenarios in our head and not actually putting in an action, not taking out the step to actually venture above and just looking at things in your own mini world over here. Like you get what I'm saying? There is no growth for you, and there will be this towering moment for you. Definitely you will get this towering moment. Like all this is avoidable, but if you get so trapped in your head space, you end up feeling like shit. That's what I'm saying. You end up like this guy, and it's still like the self-sabotaging moments. Initially you are doing just fine, but why are you still doing this to yourself? Why are you still allowing this to happen to you? So yeah, I'll be shuffling another card for week 3. Let's continue to week 3. By the way, if you don't like what I'm saying, you can always change. You know, you can always change your future. The future is never set in stone. I think I've said this earlier on. But yeah. Wow, Queen of Pentacles for week 3. But it feels like a faucet. You got a faucet like a show for some reason. It doesn't feel real. It feels sincere so somehow. Ace of Pentacles, interesting. Okay, now there's conflict going on. Five of Pentacles and Two of Swords. You got the Sun. The past is coming back again. The Six of Cups. Let me just rearrange all of this. Bottom of the deck, we have Three of Wands. Okay, so earlier on, the Tower is just a warning, you know, but ultimately it still depends on you whether you just want to get entrapped in your headspace or not. But based on this energy that I'm seeing, no matter what, okay, you have the capabilities to move on still. You're gonna move on like this guy, the Three of Wands. You're gonna move on from everything. You have to be bold to make the first move, be you like someone or whatnot. Don't let your past hold you back. Do not let your past hold you back, but in return always treat someone else, like treat everyone better. You know, you are the Queen of Pentacles, but this is just, I got a feeling like this is fake. You are still juggling with things internally. You don't know whether this decision that you're making or you're gonna be making, those type of things, is it even a good thing? Is it gonna benefit you? You are in doubt, but you're not showing it. And what other people will see is that, oh, it's the Ace of Pentacles. You're like pursuing something new. You're pursuing a new venture, like an adventure. You're pursuing something new, and that is good because somehow the Sun is over here. But let me tell you what, I'm getting that with the Sun over here, it's more of like a doing all this for show, okay? I don't know why. This is the first time I see the Queen of Pentacles and she's happy, right? But it doesn't look like she's happy. Like you being caring to others is just for show. Like deep inside you are like this girl over here. You are in constant battle within yourself, and despite you being the Sun, like I don't think you like people around you being too controlling, being too nosy, you know, like caring too much about how you are, your progression in your mental state or whatever. And you got to tell them, no, just fuck off. You're being too intense. I have my own boundaries. Because despite the Sun's, like, it's a childlike, right? And it seems like, the Sun is, like, really carefree and stuff like this. But there's still a war behind. You have no freedom in your life. And you're gonna get the freedom based on what you are gonna do in week 2 and week 3. Are you just going to be putting a show, like, showing people that, no, I'm group 4 is all good, you know, don't worry too much? Or are you just gonna say, you know what, I have my own boundaries. You guys are not giving me a break. I said I'm fine, but you guys keep insisting that I'm not. I'm just gonna go solo. So yeah, but let me tell you what. If you were to go solo, right? It's just a new beginning, new moon in Taurus. You gotta be stubborn like a Taurus. Prosperity lies ahead, and you know that this is what's gonna benefit you the most instead of being entrapped, like being in closed walls, you know, just listening to what people tell you to do and all that. Fight for your own freedom. Fight for your own freedom. Is this a good choice or not? You're gonna be on constant battle within like making the right choice and stuff like this. Are you gonna pursue this guy or not? People tell you no. People say like, are you feeling better? You don't seem like you're feeling better, but you know that you're feeling better, but they're telling you not. Tell them to fuck off. That's what I see. So yeah, now we'll be continuing with week 4. Okay, week 4. Oh no, a lot of cards are falling over. So, how is group 4's week 4 of June 2021 gonna be like? Give me a team, The card would do. Oh, a lot of cards fell over. 4 cards! That's interesting. Wow. Interesting. Got a King of Swords, Ace of Wands, a new beginning, 8 of Wands, and then the 9 of Wands. What? I'm so confused. It's like a lot of possibilities are coming over. With the King of Swords, it's like some of you guys are on constant like duality, like contemplation, whether you want to pursue a new love or not. That's from the King of Swords. To get your own freedom is from the Ace of Wands, right? But no matter what these two are, Be it love, or be it like a freedom that you want to pursue, a new career. You don't want to stuck at home all day. You don't want to like be doing a job that you don't like. You want to venture into something else. It's gonna be a struggle. You have to prove yourself good to others. You have to prove yourself worthy towards others. But no matter how difficult the journey is, there is always growth, okay? There is always growth. There is always growth. Look at the leaves. There are always growths. That's what I see. Let's shuffle 5 cards to get off the bottom of the deck from the Riddle Weeds to see for group. Okay. I got a King of Pentacles. See. Okay, King of Swords again, it's just confirmation. Then I got 3 of Swords, King of Pentacles, the Chariot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, this is fast. And then at the bottom of the deck we have the Page of Cups. Okay, what I'm gonna be telling you is that no matter what this new venture, this new freedom is gonna be, it's gonna be really new to you. You're gonna be an absolute beginner at this, but I can tell you for sure that this new beginning, this new venture, this new adventure, this new whatever, okay, you're gonna be extremely passionate about it. But it's stable, but it's gonna be really slow. Progressions are gonna be really slow, and be it you like the progress of it or not, you're still gonna be transforming. You're still gonna be improving on yourself every single day, okay? And don't let your past hold you back. Be grounded to your beliefs. Be firm on your own beliefs. Do not let your past hold you back. Do not let your past determine your future. This is what I see. Because whatever that you want to venture into, a new relationship, or perhaps a new adventure, a new career, a new course, a new study, it's gonna benefit you. Be it whatever people say about it. Be it whatever you think initially. Or be it like there's this little devil holding you back. Listen to your heart. Don't let your fears hold you back. Okay, so I was recording halfway through and then the recording stopped by itself and I didn't even know about it, and I've already shuffled the oracle cards for your present self, like an advice. So I've already shuffled 4 cards. I'll just repeat whatever I said earlier on. So the first card we got, what the hell are you waiting for? Get that shit done. If you are waiting for a sign, well, here it fucking is. So it's really hurtful, yeah? But I feel that many of you already know what you want. Just don't let your past hold you back, as I was saying earlier on. And second, we have you're the shit, okay? You are the shit, girl. Or boy, whatever. Don't forget it. Just a confirmation that you shouldn't be so insecure. Second, get the fuck outside. Move your ass. Your body's pissed at you. So what I'm sensing is that it's not just your body. It could be your mental, like, you have to improve on yourself, like be it education or mentally or anything. Improve on yourself, be on a constant growth. Don't just be so stagnant, okay? And fourth, we got don't fucking force it. Allow that shit to come to you. So I feel that, like as I was saying earlier, but it did not record, right? Perhaps when you fell in love with someone, when you fell in love with someone in June, as I was predicting, like someone new, don't just confess to them, be bold, right, and make the first move, but don't expect them to like you back. And if they say like they need some time, give them the time, you know. Don't force things to come to your way. That's not how manifestation works. And a lot of things are gonna be really stagnant for you, like the progression and everything, but be it like it's stagnant or not, it's still they're still gonna change. There's still progression being made, okay? With the Knight of Pentacles and the Chariot, it's just saying that it's gonna be stagnant, it's gonna be slow, but there are changes, there are transformation. You're gonna learn everything. Like, you're gonna be different. You're gonna learn something new every single day at the last week of June, right? So now I just want to shuffle 2 more cards. Don't believe every shitty thought you have. Thoughts can be sneaky lying bastards. So yeah, a lot of like sorry, self-sabotaging over here. And just do it. Be bold and make the first move. It's literally on the oracle cards above. So last one we have, no, it's not coming out. Last advice for your present self, group 4. Okay, I'm getting this. Shame, regrets, guilt, those are bullshit. Forgive, let that shit go. Yeah, a lot of you could be carrying a lot of like guilt or like previous heartache, previous heartache over here. Don't let them hold you back, literally. Don't let fear, shame, regret, guilt, whatever hold your future back, hold your growth back. So yeah, that's all I have for you, group 4. If you stayed till so far, I really appreciate it. Yeah, I've been talking for super long right now. I need to take a break, I need to drink. So yeah, I really appreciate you for staying so far till the end, and I really hope things will go well for you, group 4. Anyway, if you really enjoy this type of tarot contents, like pick a card reading, I'll be uploading it like at least once a week. So do like and subscribe, I really appreciate it. Anyway, yeah, I really hope all things goes well for you, group 4. Goodbye.